A shed update, and it's getting a little warm in here. I had to turn on the I like to call the ARC's air conditioning system, which is basically 1, 2, 3 fans. I may try to pick up another one. I always like to have a little more air circulating. I actually want one fan on this side too, and that way it should circulate pretty good. You really can't be in here I want to say dead summer, especially in the evenings, but you come out here in the mornings, awfully cool, and that's the time we like to work here in the ARC. But a quick shed update. I technically really don't classify what I'm about to show you as a model, but I do too, because where did I put them? There they are. These are McFarlane's Walking Dead figures, and if you see the W and the H on the corners, that stands for human, that stands for walker. Well, I like the walker ones because they're the zombie ones, but these are basically 32nd scale, if I can get one out here. Come on. See, I had this all planned out. There you go. They come poly bagged. I mean, you really get more bag than you do figure, but they're basically, I say 32nd, I'd really have to go 35th. I think they're just absolutely very cool. And you have to assemble it too. And all you do is shoot a deal of primer on it, and you got yourself a nice 35th scale to figure to paint. I just think they're just absolutely just cool. But anyway, really kind of a more of a, see, that's kind of where it verges into toy and model realm. You really don't know kind of where to classify it. I like them because they're just figures and they're just good enough to go with the 35th scale stuff, especially the zombies, which I don't have a whole lot. And I am waiting because Tales of the Apocalypse has got the zombie stuff going. I'm waiting for like Master Box to do something that nature. I think I know people probably don't really care for it, but I think it'd be slick, because then you can make, when I was on my zombie German Nazi kick, you could just so much you could do. And like Dead Snow, if you ever watch that. But anyway, I'm adding the Walking Dead figures, and I pick them up when they're really cheap, so I'll be adding them to the art. Not a whole lot of models. I did pick up a couple. I actually had these on layaway for about a month, and finally forgot about them, and finally got them out. Of course, I have a whole layaway deal at the hobby store. But anyway, Bandai kits. Since Bandai basically got a special distribution thing with the selling the kits over here in the States, we don't have to illegally get them anymore, and I just been picking them up. They have a rewards program at the hobby store. Every so many dollars you spend, they give you a coupon, and the computer takes care of it, and you get like a $5 coupon, and I always put them back on these, and I basically got one of every kit that's came out, and I just slowly have been acquiring. But I started with the TIE Interceptor, one of my favorite. I think it's just a slick design. However, I really wouldn't build it as the TIE like this from Return of the Jedi. I'd actually, from the expanded universe, which don't exist anymore, I'd put the red stripe on the side, the 181st TIE Fighter Tactical Wing. That's something I would do. But anyway, all their kits are 72nd scale. And one thing we were discussing today is, where's the handy, something handy? What's got something with, kits are cellophane. Bandai kits are basically 2 pieces of cellophane just wrapped around the whole box, which most Japanese kits are not cellophane at all. They're, you pretty much can pop the lid out, scope out the kit, and everything. But anyway, we were discussing that. Kind of would like to know the reason why. It's more of, I'd say, to kind of keep the box lid on, so you don't pry. But that's just my theory. But anyway, maybe someday I'll figure it out. But it's a gorgeous kit, 72nd scale, which that's pretty much standard for, I want to say, Japan. They do a lot of 72nd scale stuff. 48 larger, my personal preference, but I do like spaceships, so it really don't matter. But anyway, adding the TIE Interceptor to the Ark. Up next, and this was actually the first kit I put in layaway, Bandai at the hobby store, and that is the Awing. And I recently picked up a old Return of the Jedi Awing at a model show a while back, and I actually have 2 of those because those are the old MPC kits, so that was a treat to find that. But anyway, another Awing. And unless they do it in Star Wars Episode 8, if you watch the new teaser trailer, there's 2 A-Wings in the hangar that Poe Dameron, which I got his X-Wing handy. Probably not. Yeah, it is right there. You know, I want to have to rip the legs off and put that back in the box before I destroy it anymore. But anyway, the Black X-Wing, I believe, gets destroyed, and there's a shot of the A-Wing flying off, and I assume him and BB-8 actually fly a A-Wing in Episode 8, which that's going to be slick. But the new A-Wing is just a tad bit different, but it's overall the same, but it's just different enough. So hopefully we'll get a new kit of the A-Wing. If not, we'll have to settle with old school A-Wing and try to retro modify it, and whatever we can do for the Episode 8 one. But anyway, we'll jump that bridge when we get there, when we get more pictures. But anyway, A-Wing, and that brought me a question. You know, most ships have a droid socket. Where's the droid socket on the A-Wing? Do they even have one, you know? I always wondered that. So I wonder if the Episode 8 A-Wing even has one at all. But anyway, that's just one of them little things. Anyway, gorgeous kit. I haven't even popped them open. They got the little safe thing, but the box art is gorgeous as well. If you can see the faint Star Destroyer in the back, you know, Time Interceptor with the under construction Death Star. I just think it's just a very enticing box. You know, makes you want to build it, and makes you want to build the other little goodies that are inside there. But anyway, we'll be adding the A-Wing Bandai version to the Ark. Then I went to a we got like a little toy mall. It's kind of a for better words, an antique mall, but it's basically for toys. Well, anyway, they had sprue kits, and lo and behold, this was dead center, and I've been looking for one for a while, because I really didn't want sprue kits, and then I finally bought one. I was like, well, this is one of the greatest things I need to own. So finally got the Heath Ledger Joker, which I only got one Joker sprue kit, and there he is right there. I got the I call this the comic version, because it's more comic. This one's the more of the Dark Knight Rises version, and there should be a smaller version of this kit, but with the Heath Ledger one, I think. And I'd like to have that one too. But anyway, Batman. I know I got Batman. Which one? I got the Arkham one, which he was probably really cheap. Reason why I got him. Would like to get the which is real close to Batman versus Superman suit, but anyway, would like to have the Dark Knight Batman to go with the Joker. But anyway, I thought that was a nice little find. It does have a $20 sticker on it, which I didn't pay that. But anyway, that's you just don't see this kit hardly at all in the sprue kit world, and I thought that was unique. And I'm really surprised these really didn't take off, because, you know, number one, they aren't Bandai, and they do fit. I mean, really well. I mean, they're just they're really satisfying kits once you get them together. I know they're more action figure type, but it's just one thing that you just got to accept with some kits. But anyway, I am adding the Heath Ledger Joker to the Ark. But anyway, that's a quick update. I really didn't have a whole lot. Probably got some more Bandai. I do got a lot more Bandai on layaway, so we'll fish them in due time. But we are adding a A-Wing, we are adding a TIE Interceptor, we are adding another sprue kit, and always like to reminisce of what we discussed before, and adding the Walking Dead McFarlane Toys walkers to the Ark. So that's what I got going on today, so stay tuned for the next exciting episode.